We had the most viral call over the last week that went worldwide.
Pretty disappointed to hear the commentators and players, especially from Taurasi and LeBron James. You can beat Tom Brady in a football game. You can throw it any way you want. And unfortunately, he was penalized unfairly. When he goes to the basket, he explodes. And if you're a referee, you really got to be focused and concentrated and ready for that.
Watch the first Give Me the Control episode for free, while the upcoming episodes will be exclusively available only for BN Plus members. Subscribe BN Plus at basketnews.com/plus for upcoming episodes and more extras. Hey everyone, welcome to the new Basket News show, Give Me the Control, hosted by myself, Donatas Urbonas, and a former top-level European basketball referee and a well-known coach referee, Todd Warnick. Hello, Todd.
Hi, Donatas. Nice to see you.
Yeah, and we're here to bring you weekly episodes diving deep into the most controversial, interesting, and relevant referee calls from the EuroLeague, NBA, national teams, and more. And our goal is to improve your understanding of refereeing, ultimately bringing transparency to officiating, especially here in Europe, where there's this significant lack of such information and I would say knowledge. So we believe that this gap needs professional, rational commentary, and that's why I'm excited to be doing this with my basketball buddy, Todd. So Todd, why don't you introduce yourself just to assure our viewers that we're not just two random guys chatting about the referees behind the screen?
Just another random guy talking about referees. Yeah, I'll give you the short version. I grew up near Seattle, Washington, in the United States, and I began refereeing when I was a student at the University of Washington when I was 18 years old. After graduating from the University of Washington, I came to Israel, and I refereed for 25 years in the Israeli top league, and for 20 years international basketball, both for FIBA and in the first 3 years of the EuroLeague also. I completed my on-court career in 2004 and took a few years off. In about 2007, 2008, I started to get involved with basketball refereeing from the point of view of education of referees, training of referees, evaluating referees. And I worked for many years with the Israeli Basketball Federation in FIBA. And in the last 8 years, I was a part of the EuroLeague, and I was very involved with the EuroLeague educational program for referees there.
By the way, Todd, why do you think this show might be important to our basketball community? What's your take on that?
Well, I think there's a lot more, obviously, fans and teams and are always talking about referees, but I think the issue has become more, let's say, extreme in the last few years because of technology. There's so many cameras. Every play is reviewed many times by many people, and I think it's a great idea that you have here, Donatas, to help create a better understanding among, especially among the fans.
Okay, so let's get to work, Todd. We had the most viral call over the last week that went worldwide, highlighted an incredible Iowa and UConn game in the NCAA Women's Final Four, featuring star player Caitlin Clark. And with almost 5 seconds left and UConn being down by 1 with the ball, UConn's player Aaliyah Edwards set a screen and got called for the foul. Everyone around the world had their own take on whether that foul should have been called or not. And the main argument was like, you can't just decide the game with a call like that. And there are some comments coming from the top stars of our game. I ain't trolling with that call, said LeBron James. You can't call that, said Rudy Gay. And that was a terrible call, said women basketball icon Diana Taurasi. So Todd, a lot of pressure out there, and I'm giving you the control. What would be your response to LeBron James, Diana Taurasi, and all the others who complained about the call?
Yeah, first of all, I think that there hasn't been a call like this discussed so widely for a very, very long time. This was actually an easy call to make. This is clearly an illegal screen, and I'm disappointed to hear all the commentators and players who don't have enough of an understanding, or maybe they have a vested interest. Maybe they're UConn fans and not Iowa fans. Of course, the Iowa fans, they all thought it was a great call. But from a referee point of view, this is a pretty easy call. This is clearly an illegal screen. Edwards never gets set on the play. She doesn't provide Marshall, the defender, who does a great job of trying to aggressively get over the top of the screen. She doesn't provide her what we call in referee language time and distance. In other words, she doesn't give her the ability to stop and either stop and change direction or to avoid this screen in some way. Now, let's go back for a moment. What is a legal screen? First of all, a legal screen is both feet on the floor. The screener has to be stationary and set, and the screener cannot extend an arm or a leg into the opponent. And there's one other factor here that's relevant to this play specifically. When you have a player who's moving, you have to provide that player at least one step and not more than two steps, but you have to provide that player time and distance. And on this play, Edwards doesn't fulfill any of the necessary conditions for a legal screen. She's moving. She extends her arm into Marshall, and she doesn't provide her at least one step to either stop or try to avoid the screen. For a referee, I don't know one European referee who doesn't think that this is an illegal screen. And in fact, I think the European referees, including the EuroLeague, I think that they do a pretty good job with these plays. And for them, this is a pretty automatic call. And as to the argument as to we shouldn't call this because there's 3.9 seconds left in the game, I would say to that, it's not the referees who decide the game in this situation. It's the players who decide the game, their actions. And so I was pretty disappointed to hear the commentators and players' comments on this play, especially from Taurasi and LeBron James, but others, Stephen A. Smith from ESPN and others who felt that the call shouldn't be made because of the time factor involved, and that's not a consideration for referees. So for referees, this is it's what we call a no-brainer. It's a pretty easy call to make. Let's take the flip side of it. Let's say they didn't call the illegal screen, and Beckers gets the ball, and then she scores, and UConn wins the game because of this illegal screen. Well, we're still going to be talking about the illegal screen, this time from the Iowa point of view, because the play wouldn't have been called correctly. So from my point of view, and I think from a general referee's point of view, I think this was clearly a correct call and a call that had to be made.
Let's switch over to the EuroLeague. In Žalgiris Monaco game, within the last seconds, Žalgiris is down by 3, and their forward Brady Manick attempts to intentionally miss a second free throw for a chance of an offensive rebound, much like Chima Moneke did it against Zvezda. But their referees make a call that surprised not only Žalgiris players but also myself.
Referees understand what is potentially going to happen. And what's potentially going to happen, what everybody understands, you don't have to be a referee to understand this, you understand that Manick is going to try to miss this last free throw in order to create the possibility that Žalgiris will get the rebound and have an opportunity to try to tie up the game. So what do the referees have to be aware of in this situation? What they have to be aware of most are free throw violations. First of all, the guys who are beyond the three-point line, and you see 4 of them who are beyond the three-point line, they can't cross over the three-point line until the ball hits the rim. Unlike the players along the lane, they can go in as soon as Manick releases the ball. Also, Manick cannot go in until the ball hits the free throw shooter, cannot go in until the ball hits the rim as well. So that's what the referees are looking for on this play. So this is an unfortunate play if we continue with it. Manick does a great job here of something that's quite difficult, and that's missing the free throw in a way that gives his team the opportunity to get the rebound. And at the same time, we can see in a moment in the replay that he stays legal. And we can see the ball hits the rim, and Manick is still behind the free throw line. Now, what's unfortunate about this play is who's the referee who's responsible for determining whether Manick enters the free throw lane illegally. And it's this center referee over here on the sideline standing next to the coach. He's got the angle to see whether the shooter crosses the line too early. So unfortunately, this call was made by what we call the trail referee. That's the outside referee here, who's not responsible for that free throw line. And as you can see, both the center referee and the referee underneath the basket doesn't have responsibility for this, but neither of them make a call because Manick is actually legal on this play. And he makes a very good, very, very athletic play. It's not a simple play to do this. And he makes a good play. Unfortunately, we get a call from the trail referee. This is a good lesson for referees. When do referees get into trouble? Referees get into trouble when they go outside their area of responsibility, when they try to do things that they don't have an angle to see, or it's not their area of responsibility. So this is a good example of that, and it's an unfortunate situation for the game, for the referee involved also. I think that probably for him and for others, it's a good lesson to be learned for the future. Obviously, Manick looks like he played some baseball when he was younger, because he makes a nice throw here and very exactly hits underneath the rim, and then he goes into the lane. So he makes, from my point of view, a great play, and unfortunately, he was penalized unfairly. But there's nothing in the rules about how you attempt free throw. You can do it underhand, obviously. You can do it overhand. You can throw it from behind your head. There's no rules about it. You can stand backwards. You can any way you want.
We got it,
yeah,
Todd.
You got it. Did I cover all the possibilities there? So
if you have any crazy free throw attempts scenarios, you can share it in the comment section. If we are not aware of some of the methods that are possible. For the very last episode and clip, I was thinking, what if we analyze Wade Baldwin's statement that appeared on Sport 5 Israeli media this weekend, and he was reflecting on his infamous outburst at the end of the game against Baskonia, and where he said, and I will quote him, "In that specific situation, it's very tough being officiated by European referees. It's a different style of gameplay than what you're accustomed to. With me personally, I feel like I'm one of the tougher people to officiate. A lot of times I'm stronger, I make very quick moves, that it's hard to make a split-second call. That was a situation where it was a build-up. You go through small things, you try to communicate, and it didn't go the way for me, so I reacted."
Wade's obviously a great player, and he does go strong to the basket, and he's very quick. There are a bunch of players, a lot of players like that in the EuroLeague. Wade happens to be one of the best. I'm not sure he's so difficult. I think Wade makes it more difficult as not just Wade, but players make it more difficult when you make it difficult to communicate with them. Referees are looking to work with the players out there. They're looking to sometimes they initiate conversations, sometimes players initiate conversations with them, and they're looking for some sort of normal communications patterns with the players. And from that point of view, I think Wade is he's a challenging guy. He can, from the games that I've observed, and I've observed a lot of games of Wade's, he can be difficult to communicate with out there, which doesn't mean that referees are calling any more or less in his favor. It just makes it a little bit more challenging. I can think of some other guys that go to the basket really hard, like Shaq McKissick, when he goes to the basket, he explodes. And if you're a referee, you really got to be focused and concentrated and ready for that.
And is there anything interesting to address from that particular play at the end of the game? The reaction of Wade and how the league should have handled this situation to kind of set the standard for others, because Wade, in the end, he just got fined with a 3.5 thousand euro fine for a lack of respect towards a member of the officiating crew. And that's it. That was the part of the official press release.
There's two parts to the shot. Wade gets stripped, and I don't think we have enough of a camera angle to be able to tell whether Monaco got him on the wrist or got the ball. The only thing I can say is normally if he gets the ball is going to go down, not up. So the ball went up instead, but we don't have a good enough camera angle. On the second play, it looks like Monaco gets rips his left arm and doesn't allow Wade to finish the shot properly. That's what I was saying before, that we want to make sure that we're refereeing until the very final seconds of the game. As to Wade's behavior afterwards, personally, I mean, it's just my personal opinion, but I thought 3,500 euros was pretty light for this type of aggressive behavior at the end of the game, and probably set the bar a little bit too low. So, because if we have a similar situation, we don't want this situation to happen 10 times. If it happens again and 5 times and 10 times, then we're only finding players 3,500 euros for this type of action. I don't think that's a good deterrence from not doing this in the future. So I thought the league was a little light with its fine. They probably maybe they want to. I don't know if they're talking about it within the EuroLeague, but they probably should have a little discussion whether this fine was appropriate or not in this situation. Whether or not Wade apologized or not, I don't think that's a factor on this play.
Okay, Todd, pretty much it. Thanks a lot for your knowledge, and all of you guys, if you have any suggestions of what plays we should analyze, if there are any particular situations that you would be intrigued of hearing Todd's take, how the officials see those situations, let us know in the comment section on our Discord service as well, and we will try to make it, we will try to listen to hear your feedback as well, and we will try to make it as more organic as possible in terms of communicating with the basketball community and also educating it regarding the officiating.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from the fans. That'd be great.